Okay, so I'm just gonna do a quick how to bar spin. Last time I did it, I was fairly new to bars. Now I'd like to think that I've gotten pretty decent at them. Okay, first of all, like any how to, the tricks that you want to know before you start learning the old bar spin. Now, obviously, I'm gonna do it fly out, not hop, because quite frankly, fly out is a lot easier. The tricks I kind of want to know is, yeah, how to fly out. I recommend learning knowing how to 180 and fakie pretty good. An X up would be cool to learn as well, just because then you get used to your hands like turning the bars, toboggan even. But you don't really need to learn these tricks because bar spin is kind of its own trick in a way, if you know what I mean. So I'm just gonna start off with a few tricks to help you get used to the motion of bar spins. Obviously, you're gonna wanna, if you're regular footed, you're gonna wanna throw into your front foot like that. Now, if you're goofy footed like me, you'll throw into your back foot. Now, that obviously, it doesn't matter. You can still do it either way. So yeah, once you know which way you're throwing the bars, and which direction, what tricks to learn, all that, you're gonna want to get used to the motion. And by when I say used to the motion, I mean used to it to the point where you can do it with your eyes closed, not looking. Obviously, just sit next to a wall, just stand there, do that. A lot of people like to put their pedal on their leg like this and kind of do that. I don't think that works too well because you're not going to be in this position when you're in the air. You're going to be up like this. So yeah, focus on really pinching your seat and just, throwing the bars. Now, there's 3 ways that people normally throw their bars. The one way that you should never do it is X up throw, like that. Mainly because it's a loss of control and it takes time for you to do that. Most of the people throw and then catch. That's what I do. And then a few people, well actually 50-50 people throw, and then the other 50% people bus drive it around, which is where their hand never really lets go and they can really guide it around. And that's how you do, if you ever seen people doing slow bars, like in 360 slow bar, they bust it around. But yeah, it's whatever really feels most comfortable. Just don't learn X up bars because it'll never work. One more thing to help you get used to the motion is, as you're riding along, just take one foot off and do like a foot plant manual and just bar like that. It's something that I used to do all the time. So now, once you've got used to the motion and which way you're going to throw it, it's kind of time to, take it to a quarter. So I am here on my DIY sketchy part. Just have a pan around it, all the cracks and stuff, Jake. You just got to love a good ramp. Now that you're ready to kind of take it to the fly out, there's a few things that you want to know. Obviously, you would hear this all the time from every person that you'll probably ever watch a how-to on. Pinch your seat or your cranks, no matter what you do. And that is a very vital key. That is the difference between a dodgy bar spin and a nice dialed, controlled bar spin. Obviously, because if you're pinching your seat, you're locked into the bike. It's not going anywhere. So yeah, there's 2 ways to really do that. A lot of people ride and do the bar with their feet on the cranks, so that they're literally next to the bike and it can't do anything. The most efficient way is to ride with your toes pointing to the sky and your heel down and pinch the seat with your legs. I'm gonna be in that position like that. If you can see, my feet are pointing to the sky and my seat is being absolutely clamped, and I can just, do that sort of stuff. And that's really just what you want to make sure you do in the air. So I'm going to do a few flyouts, and I want you to practice, before you start throwing the bars, practice pinching your seat like that in the air and landing like that. I'm going to get a few clips, and then I'll give you some more tips. Obviously, if you clamp your foot here, you're not actually clamping the seat. That's why when you straighten your leg and put your toes to the skies, suddenly your knee is next to the seat. And that's how it's the most efficient in pinching. Another thing that helps incredibly is film yourself and then watch it back. Because I always thought that I was pinching the seat. And I found out that I was pinching like that. And as I do the bar spin, the bar would hit my foot and it would just throw everything off. That's when I taught myself to point to the sky, and now look at that clearance. That's good clearance. Once you're good and comfortable with, landing with your feet pinched, you're gonna want to start throwing the bars, and that's what's gonna be scary. It's gonna take ages. You're gonna hesitate, but once you throw one, it'll all be up from there. So, the main thing that helped me is taking my, well actually, because I'm goofy, taking my front foot off. So take whatever inside foot off. So if you're turning left, take your left foot off, and practice throwing the bars with one foot so that you land like this. Hang on, I'll give you a quick demo. Like that. And it kind of just negates the fear, if you know what I mean. Once you kind of you don't even, this step is optional. This is just what helped me. So if you try it and it doesn't help you, don't worry about it. You just gotta kind of commit, if you know what I mean. So once you're comfortable with that, now you kind of just add the two things together. Make sure, whatever you do, make sure you're pinched. Make sure you feel the seat between your thighs or your knees. It'll keep the bike the most stable. So yeah, I'm gonna do a few bar spins for you now, and you'll see what I mean. So as you can see then, I was straight legs, feet were pointing up, and I was over the bike, through the bars. Make sure you keep your weight kind of forward, otherwise you'll just look back. So yeah, try and keep your head over your stem. Yeah, I don't know. I can't stress it enough. Make sure you're pinching the seat. If you don't pinch the seat, you'll do this, and it'll just fall away from you. Just gonna recap quickly. Make sure you know the right way to throw your bars. Make sure you're throwing them right. Make sure you got the motion down. Then practice landing with your. Practice flying out, making sure your seat is pinched. A good way to tell that is if you can take your hands off and the bike doesn't fly away from you. Once you can pinch your seat really well, I'd say you're ready to throw the bars. Then it's just commit, like full 100% commit. Make sure your knees are pinching the seat, but keep in mind there is other ways to do bars. You might not have to pinch the seat, but it's just what I find helps the most with bar spins. Hope you guys enjoyed the tutorial. I'm gonna get a few more bar spin clips, and if it helped, chuck a subscribe and a like, and I'll catch you in the next video. Sick.